Jonathan, Chris, Matthew, Parker, and myself. And we're just going to get right into it. So, how do you guys think social media is changing our generation? How do you guys think it's impacting us currently?
It's taken over everything.
That is a very good question. I think that we could start off by saying that it definitely has its positives and negatives, for sure.
Definitely.
It's definitely a good way of communication between a lot of people, especially the people who don't have cell phones to themselves. It's a way to access your account and text people if you need to through, I don't know, any device in specific.
Yeah, I think that, well, when social media was first introduced, as in like news and let's go with an example. Facebook is a big social media platform that owns Instagram and plenty of other companies, and they influence a lot of people. I've seen plenty of people be influenced by some fake news or some stupid stuff, but I think it's very good to stay connected. But I think too much connection can be I don't know the word, self-deteriorating, if that makes any sense. It can ruin you and the people around you, but it can also help you, as in
Right. Definitely makes
Yeah.
you feel like you've got to meet required standards if you look at Instagram or Snapchat for too long, if you fantasize about looking like other people because it's the desired look that everybody goes for.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Kind of deteriorates your own self-ego.
Yeah, the models. Like let's go with the models. I think models are a negative. I wouldn't say negative, but I think that they create a negative outlook on what people are meant to look at or look like. Is what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay. I see all these.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I saw these TikTok posts about this girl who's a model, and she, everyone's like, "Oh, I wish I could look like you. Oh, I hate myself now. Oh, I'm crying." Like, that's unhealthy. You shouldn't think like that. That is a horrible way to think, and it's insecurity mixed with jealousy. So
it makes it really hard to love yourself when all you see in the mirror is insecurities, because you're looking at these perfect and beautiful men and women that model there's zero flaws.
It's the same for guys too. Guys look at models or something like that. Like trying to think of
that guy from all the Chad memes.
Chris Evans.
He's actually a virgin, by the way.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Figured I'd throw that out there.
Wow, I wouldn't expect that. Yeah, I wouldn't say bodybuilders really, but more like the actors. Yeah, let's put Chris Evans, dude. Chris Evans, yeah, he's a good-looking dude. But I don't think everyone should strive to look like him.
Getting that full-on,
very unhealthy.
What do they call it? The Dorito shape, or whatever they call it. The
things gotta go just right.
Yeah, that upside down triangle. That's unachievable for a lot of people just because of how they are and their body type. They just cannot get that physical shape, and a lot of people try and do that. It really hurts them.
Models. There's a big influx of plus size models coming out, and that's another unhealthy thing that I think.
How do y'all feel about the whole body positivity movement?
It's not that I'm against it; it's that people are doing it in the wrong way. And who am I to say that it's the wrong way? But what I see is that it's very negative what people are using body positivity with. People are saying that body positivity is saying it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be unhealthy, it's okay to have these insecurities. Yes, it is, but you shouldn't strive for that as well.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an excuse to be fat. It should be you love yourself for who you are, but that doesn't mean that you don't want to make yourself better.
And for anyone listening, we don't, I have many friends that are bigger. We're not shaming you. We're just saying that a lot of people can't control it. And I understand that, but a lot of people can. And they hide behind excuses, and they hide behind these false idols that really don't
misrepresent movements designed for different things, like how I guess I won't go there.
So what do you guys think is, with this whole social media thing going on, it is a big problem. I think that we can fix it, but I think we can fix it, but it's going to take a long time. And I don't think that we have the right people right now to achieve that goal. We don't have the right minds. We just have a lot of people bickering about problems that don't matter. And granted, it's perspective. There are other things that are, of course, good and bad, and whether it matters to you or what it matters to me, that doesn't really matter. But what I'm saying is that moving in the future, how are we going to develop? How are we going to grow? And the people that we have in power right now are, I don't know. I don't hate Biden. I don't hate Trump. I don't hate either of them. I don't think that they're what we need in this time right now. We just need someone to unify.
Speaking of growth and moving forward, let's talk about our schools in today's generation. How do y'all feel about what's going on with schools? Do y'all feel like it's putting too much stress on kids nowadays? Do y'all feel like it's not giving enough work? Do you feel like it's
the way I'm doing school right now?
What are your thoughts?
Is I just watch a video and then answer some questions, and that's all it is. And you get an occasional test here and there. I'm not learning shit. I'm just flying through my classes and I'll get my diploma. And
I'm actually doing it in person, which is crazy. It's full on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that going back to in person is just better for anyone that's involved. There's definitely the risks with everything that's going on right now.
Does it feel more stressful than last year, or does it feel less stressful?
I think it really is just a better environment for students to be in, and all this online stuff.
Oh, of course. But now we've got the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, of course. And that's coming from someone who's been in both. Beginning of the year, I was, in person. Now I'm online. In person is very good, I think, for certain people. And now being in online school where you don't have any, it's not that they don't hold me accountable, but they don't hold me accountable. Yeah. They don't really care. So it's a non-learning experience. I'm not learning a single thing because of just the education system right now. And we need a reform or something because... What were you going to say?
I was going to say, and that's pretty much how it is for a lot of kids when they go to their in-person classes now. It really seems like when you go in class, a lot of the teachers will just say that their assignments on Ingenuity or Schoology or something like that, and they won't teach the subject because they'll have either online videos that explain it, or they'll just put the directions online. So there's not much actual contact between teacher and student time. It's more just student and screen time. So there's not a lot of learning, or not learning per se, but actual teaching from teachers nowadays.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that teachers just stopped caring. Once all this COVID stuff happened and all the students came back, I think they just stopped caring. because, I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I just see that they don't really care about the learning environment. And I'm not speaking for all teachers. I'm just saying, from what I've seen, most of the teachers at my school are just, they don't care. And that's gonna affect our future generations. With how we're learning right now.
Oh yeah. Imagine now, like 20 years from now, your future doctor probably cheated their way through high school.
Even pre-high school, or even pre-COVID. Pre-COVID was still extremely just like the school system was just lacking. There was no. I think that if we developed a way to get people excited to learn, like great people like Neil deGrasse Tyson. When you listen to his podcast, I don't know the name of it. Sorry, Neil, if you ever listen to this, I want to talk to you. Anyway, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is a amazing person to listen to, especially learn from. And one of the ways that I've learned a lot about science is from him. It's just listening. And we just need more people like that who can get us to learn right and teach us better, get us excited to learn.
I feel like if you really want to learn something, you actually have to be interested in the topic. Which, would y'all think that past around 8th grade, after you've learned pretty much all basic maths and whatnot, basic science and English, how to read, write, do y'all feel as if we should be required to do high school, or do y'all think that we should have the option to continue or to further our education like college?
I think high school's necessary, but the way they're teaching it now is just, I haven't learned jack shit. Like, nothing has been that important or that useful for actual life skills. Like, up to middle school, they teach you everything that you need for normal basic life, but high school, they don't teach you what you really need to be growing up and going into the adult world. When
it comes to credit cards and your credit score and whatnot, getting loans for houses, none of this is actually being taught. Actually, they are starting to come out with new classes like economics and government that help you with your future.
Yeah, I think I know my school. Sorry for interrupting. I know my school had a dollars and cents class, which taught you how to budget and do all that good stuff. But I just think high school right now, you only need 2 years at most, because with the things that you're learning, with the things that no one needs pre-cal. I don't say no one, but I'm saying a lot of people don't need a lot of these classes that you're forcing them to take, such as, stats. A lot of people can work in an office job, but is that really something that's necessary when you could teach them about, credit, or how to keep your credit score up, or how to buy a car when at the right time, or how to get a house when you're financially stable,
Or even how to just budget your normal everyday life, even as a student. Like, I've learned how to now, but I had to teach myself how to do it, how to spend wisely. There was nothing that taught me how to do it other than, hey, I'm broke, but I keep making money. Why is this happening?
Yeah. And I think that's the same for all of us. We all had to teach ourselves how to balance and budget all that stuff. And of course, it's the parents' responsibility to teach us as well. But we're in school because we need to learn. We're in high school to learn how to go into the real world.
Yeah.
And as of right now, there's nothing that we have learned that is going to really push us to become better people in society.
I feel like the thing that helps determine and chisel your personality throughout your years is the actual in-person experiences that you gain from high school. I feel like high school is a very big learning ground when it comes to real life in-person experiences. Without that, a lot of the kids that of course that do homeschooling, they're antisocial, they're basket cases, because they never really had that in-person interaction, somebody to talk to. So I think that in that sense, high school really does help. But there's also the factors of bullying and, these harassment and now cyberbullying because of social media, which is another topic that can be discussed.
100%. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Cyberbullying. Yeah, that's a big thing nowadays for some reason.
Oh yeah.
And I can't say that personally, it doesn't affect me at all. If you say something to me on the internet, I can just ignore it. But a lot of people aren't like that, and I don't know. That's a weird topic because I don't know how to stop it other than just ignore it or turn off your computer, get off social media.
It feels kind of hard to sympathize for it sometimes because really it's just a simple fact of just blocking the account, unless they say unless it's they're making multiple accounts and continuously harassing you and whatnot, then that's where it really becomes an issue. But when it comes to the one person, they won't stop. It's just a simple, you block them and it's over.
But see, most of the time it's not that simple. There's you can sympathize with a little bit, because there's plenty of guys who share around nudes nowadays, and
of course,
definitely, and
that's
I think
another problem.
That's something. Granted, that is your fault. If you send nudes to somebody, unless you are physically forced to, that is your fault, and I cannot sympathize with you. But that is a big thing going on right now, which, it's, I don't know. I have mixed feelings because, I've done it before. I'm not proud of it, but we all grow, we all learn, and personally, it doesn't do anything good for anybody. It doesn't help anyone. It just hurts somebody because you wanted to get them back. So, that's my thoughts on this whole cyberbullying thing.
One thing with it is people crave and push the drama, though. So there's really no way to get away from it. Like, simplest little thing can happen, and then it'll be pushed on like everyone's Snapchat stories, and then it's the big talk, and it doesn't go away.
Yeah, and then everybody in the school is talking. It's crazy how fast word spreads nowadays because of social media.
Not even that. People just love bad news. They love bad news.
People love drama.
They
want to be involved in the attention.
It's not cool to be nice. It's not cool to be positive.
No, it's not.
And
people, and that's also another really big issue in nowadays society, is that it's now becoming trendy to have disabilities of some sort, to have
Tourette's.
To have
a lot of people
the self-diagnose.
Yeah,
that bullshit. I can't stand that. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course,
I
there
know
are
this one
definitely
girl.
people that have it, but for the people that are,
of course. No, I knew this one girl in cheer. She fucking. People were so she used to pretend like she had Tourette's. They actually caught her, but they. Sorry, what was I talking about?
girl that got Tourette, the girl that pretended she has Tourette's.
Yeah. So, and then once they caught her, I don't know what happened to her. I didn't really care, but it's people like that you just why would you do that? Why would you?
Yeah. What do you gain?
Are you that
pretending to have a disability?
Are you that craved for attention? Are you craving that much for attention that you just need to mock somebody with a disability?
What it is. It's just the crave for attention.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to feel about that. I know if I saw someone, I'd fucking beat the shit out of them. They were just faking something like that. I saw someone in a wheelchair who could just walk fine, and that's it. It doesn't make any sense to me why people, because he was acting like he had autism. He was in a wheelchair and he was acting like he had autism, and he was using that to gain money off of people, to ask for money.
Oh, that's wrong. Yeah.
So it's just a constant people want something from you, so they're gonna do everything that they can to achieve it, whether it's attention, money, or fame, or
Pulling on your heartstrings,
yeah.
some sort of way. You wrong for that if you gotta fake a disability just to get somebody to pay attention to you.
But with
Yeah,
all
it's
that in
definitely
mind,
not okay.
with all that in mind, what do you guys think is going to happen in the future for Gen Z? Do you think that it's going to collapse because of the social problems that we have right now, or do you think it could thrive with the right people?
I think it could definitely thrive, but we've got to push for the right people.
Yeah, we've really
We
got.
can't have what we have now
We've got
with all these influencers like on TikTok and whatnot. That's not going to work.
I agree.
Yeah.
Those aren't who we need in our future.
No.
Those are just trendy people doing stupid shit, and everyone's like, "Ooh, I want to be just like you." Don't be just like them.
I think we've been pussyfooting around. I think we really need to put some fucking pep in our step and actually do something.
And people are soft nowadays, man. People are soft as fuck. You say one thing that upsets you, disagree with somebody, and then they get upset. And that's ridiculous. We should be more mature than this in this day and age.
It's like people are scared to say retard. They call it the R word now. That's dumb. I get it's offensive to some people who have disabilities, but you can't say retard or dude, that's kind of retarded. That's dumb. 10 years ago, people were saying some super crazy stuff, and now you can't say
it's
retarded.
How things that were said back in 2015 can be completely wrong and just unforgivable in today's day and age, which you can get canceled and lose your entire life.
I was just about to say that. The cancel fucking community. Oh,
fuck cancel culture.
I cannot stand them so much. It is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You designate your life to ruining other people's lives. What is your purpose?
I honestly don't see a purpose to any of that. It is ridiculous.
Some of it's understandable, canceling EDP for what he was doing. That's understandable. But there's so many other cases where it's just that's stupid. And a lot of cases, people just look past all sorts of stuff just because, oh, well, I agree with his political views and concepts, even though I have no room to speak about politics. I'm fucking 13.
People need to do their research, too. People need to do their research on
people
politics.
That bandwagon on politics that know absolutely nothing.
Yeah. And granted, I don't know. I don't do my research that much on politics because, frankly, it's not that big of a deal to me. Even though it is affecting a lot of people, but it's not personally affecting me. So I'm sorry if you get offended. I don't care. But I think people should do their research. I've done my research on the people that are in presidency, who are running for presidency, because those are my presidents. I need to worry about that as well. But
that stuff actually matters. We don't want some just lunatic who doesn't know what the hell to do to get into office and ruin our country.
But I don't care about this whole banning menthols and backlit. I mean, who cares? I don't care.
Honestly, you want to smoke a fucking menthol?
Well, it's not even that. It's
the
lawsuit about the African
community.
They said that those type of cigarettes and tobacco is directed towards the African Americans.
Who the fuck
It's
cares?
not, though. It's really not. It's really directed towards just everyone.
Yeah, that's a stupid thing.
That's that stupid cancel culture shit, bro.
I know more white people that smoke than any other race.
It's just that whole thing is stupid. I don't get why everything is such a sensitive topic nowadays. Like the whole cigarettes. Cigarettes are cancer sticks. We all know this. Everybody knows this. People who smoke know this. That's why. But they're just smoking it to get a little relief, and they're addicted. And coming from people who smoked, I know people who smoke. My family smokes, and I've tried to get them to quit. It's addictive. It is. It really is. And I'm sorry for anyone who has to go through that. But banning something, it's like weed. People ban weed. They tried banning alcohol. It never works.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. The fact that weed is still illegal and most states is really
Especially
stupid
with the
because
medical benefit.
everyone who I know has at least smoked once, like at least tried weed,
Oh yeah,
and
medical
it's not something that
benefit
ruins
thing.
you.
But to go back to the subject, yes, I think that if we do pick the right people to be in office, if we play our cards right as a generation, and granted, there's gonna be the old generation is going to talk. The old heads are going to talk. And I'm not talking crap. I'm not talking anything. I'm just saying that people are afraid of change, whether it's change for the good and change for the better. When you're doing something for the first time, nobody wants to do it. And
Right.
that is why I think
Especially if the result is unknown.
of course, yeah. And that's why I think that everyone needs to do their research. Everyone needs to be up to date, but not care so much. Like the Trump thing that they stormed the Capitol. First of all,
That was uncalled for and ridiculous.
yeah, I don't know what that whole thing was about, but
That was all ridiculous, but so was burning down Portland. That was
Of
ridiculous.
course, all these riots.
There was
with
no need for
looting,
rioting.
burning down buildings and burning stores. Like, this is all too much. Like, y'all are just making.
There's more peaceful ways to get through it.
Yeah, and seeing that like every day, it's exhausting. I see these shootings. I see these hate crimes, police brutality every day.
Oh,
When is it going to end? When is it just going to stop? Can we just live in peace?
Yes,
Or
can we just take
like,
a second to love each other?
give us.
I don't know anyone who's like actually racist. I think racism is more of a political thing at this point, just a push.
I know people who are racist. I think that people are just scared to show it nowadays because of it's like cancel culture, cyberbullying. People on TikTok, if you're racist, I know this one girl, she said the N-word within a day. She was, her address was out, her name was out, her school was out. She was expelled.
And that's not, like, I don't agree with that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you obviously knew that you weren't supposed to say it, but you fucking said it anyways. And yes, it's a very derogatory and racist term, but I don't feel as if it's worth literally ruining this girl's entire life.
She did that.
That's why I don't get about cancel culture.
Guacamole,
Yes.
Yeah.
And she got his parents fired from their job. She got him kicked out of his school and all that shit. They ruined that. Yeah, like.
And that's why I don't respect her at all. I don't think.
The thing is, she didn't even do it to the right person. It was the wrong person.
Yeah,
they didn't look into it.
And that's why that's why I think cancel culture is such a stupid thing to think, like, to even think up of. Because when you have that much power over one person to ruin their whole life, and you give just a whole minority of these people who just don't are very negative and are very, jealous of everything, and you give them this platform that they can talk about you and ruin your life. It's horrible.
That's why I'm scared for our future.
That's why celebrities these days are so powerful, because their influence on social media is so widely spanned, and almost all of their fans are gonna see it and most likely bandwagon off of what, like, they say. It's just ridiculous how influential, like, just popular creators can become off of social media.
Yeah, like Charlie D'Amelio. Like, all she did was stupid TikTok dances.
Okay.
And now she's super famous.
About her, though, Charlie D'Amelio, I don't think seeing what she said about the situation, I don't think she wanted that. I don't think she wanted this huge following. I think that she just got stuck with it, and now she has to work with it, which, congrats to her.
The thing is, she's not working with it properly.
No, yeah, but, I mean, she's how old is she?
Probably about
She's 16, 17, something like that.
And she has these sponsors, and she has these deals, and she has I think she has a deal with TikTok, and just all this stuff. She has a massive following, massive. And when she was caught smoking a Juul, like, or a vape pen, the world was outraged. Dude, You shouldn't
Who
care that
cares?
much.
Fucking
You should
15-year-old
not.
Who cares?
Granted, she's 16, but who gives a fuck? When I was, bro,
Yeah.
I was doing some crazy shit when I was young. All right.
Everyone was, and now
Yeah.
everyone's super soft.
It's like if you're a celebrity, if you're a child of a celebrity, or you're a child celebrity yourself, it seems that it's portrayed you have to live this pitch perfect life, or else you're not good enough to live up to society standards.
Mm. Yeah, I really don't. And man, our generation's got a tough road, really does. And
It needs to toughen up, or else we're not going to get places. We're going to fail as a society
For sure.
because everyone's too soft.
If you look at the human history, we came from these just I wouldn't say
Savages.
but yeah, these savages, man. We built tools to survive and hunt, and just we went to war for hundreds of years so we could have peace in our own countries. Man, it's ridiculous that nowadays we're fighting over menthol, fucking bullshit like that.
And like just the stupidest little things. There's no need for it.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't know how we're gonna get through it. Hopefully,
I have faith that we're gonna get through it somehow.
We need to
Nothing's
just
gonna either
step up and toughen up. That's all we really need to do.
That, or there's gonna be a fucking revolution somehow. In some way, it may not be guns blazing, fucking going on to bang of glory, but there's gonna be a revolution.
We're already seeing it happening with the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, for sure.
I agree, Black Lives Matter, but what certain people are doing with the burning down the targets and stealing and robbing, I mean, we all know that's wrong. I think everybody
I
knows
agree with the morals. I don't agree with the organization because they're using their power in the wrong way.
Yeah,
like to
But I
go
also think that
loot and burn.
They have a right to be upset because let's put the Stop Asian Hate movement. The hashtags were up for I don't know how many months. Like, when was the shooting? I don't know. Anyway,
The Atlanta shooting.
was it in Atlanta? The barbershop, I think, the hair salon.
It was
a nail shop.
It was a salon, yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
No, I think
it was a spa, I think.
Yeah, nail salon. That's what. I don't. Anyway, when that was shot up, I didn't realize that there was a lot of Asian hate, and I genuinely didn't know. Like
It's been masked, and I don't really know people who hate Asian people.
But with the Black Lives Matter, they've been. I mean, you know, even though BLM, the logo has been around for I don't know, like a year or two.
It's been around for a long time, but it only grows in times when it's politically usable.
When it comes to Asian hate, I feel like a lot of Asian hate is very subtle. Like, a lot of people don't realize that they're being racist towards a certain ethnicity or group. But then again, a lot of the things that pertain to the word racist are just being over dramatized to make it like, I don't know. But when it comes to Asian hate, a lot of these like subtle comments, especially like just the normal stereotypes, like, you know, like Japanese people are fucking good at math, or that Asian people have small dicks, like these little stereotypes that everybody has for each like ethnic group and or race, they're all racist. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Mexican, Hispanic. That's the same fucking thing, but you know.
Yeah, those stereotypes I really don't I mean, yeah, they're funny. I genuinely think they're funny. Like, I'm Hispanic.
For humor, it's one thing.
Yeah,
I'm Hispanic. Like, if you say I eat tacos every day, I'm not gonna get upset. Like, dude, it's funny.
I like tacos. Whatever.
Yeah, it's racist, but like, who fucking
whatever.
cares? It's a joke.
Yeah, and I mean, and I know a lot of people aren't gonna feel that way. I mean, there's a lot of things that are racist, and it should be taken into offense because a lot of people. I mean, everyone's been under chains. As much as we want to say that it is the black community that needs it the most, which they do in this time, but everyone has been in chains, okay? Just black people was the most recent. But I think that right now, back to the Asian, what I meant. The bill was passed. There was a bill passed. I don't know what bill it was, I don't know the name, sorry, but there was a bill passed within months of the hashtags and the Stop Asian Hate movement. Um, but where was the, where was the bill for Black Lives Matter? Where was the bill to, you know, to stop all this? Why are we just now getting bills for a thing that started months ago? I'm not saying it started months ago, the
There
whole
was
movement.
actually
Yeah,
just
it
a
was
recent bill that
Mississippi
passed.
back in
I'm sorry for interrupting you,
2016
but there was
or
just a recent bill
2018,
that
I
passed. I think
believe.
in either Minnesota or Mississippi
It wasn't
that
a
actually
bill. It was
finally
actually, I don't know.
outlawed
It might have been a bill. But
segregated
it
It was
schools.
was the
Mississippi.
final
Segregated,
school
yeah.
to be non-segregated in Mississippi was in like
2016.
2016, 2018. I can't
Finally.
remember
look,
off the top of my head.
That's fucking crazy.
okay, look, here it is. Here it is. COVID-19 hate crimes bill to fight Asian American discrimination passes
Designate.
Senate. The COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act cleared the chamber in a majority vote Thursday. It would expedite the Justice Department's review of hate crimes and would designate. I don't know. Designate. I'm retarded. An official.
Hey, whoa, the R word.
Oh, my bad. Designate an official at the department to oversee the effort. So yeah, it is a bill to stop Asian hate. I mean, that's cool and dandy and all, and I mean, I'm all for it. But where's the black hate? I mean, it's been around for years, man.
It's been around
Decades,
for
centuries, fucking
centuries.
everything, man. And we still haven't done anything about it. We've done things.
We've done a lot. When you
lot.
look at like South Africa, they are very racially separated. We're very mixed racial throughout our whole country.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. I meant that we're not doing anything currently to fix what's going. I mean, yeah,
I'm sure there's a bunch of minuscule things, but there's no big movement changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but of course, it's not like things are just gonna up and change overnight.
No.
There's got to be uniformity over small periods of time.
Things are changing, but I mean, how much? I still see another, person getting brutally murdered every day. And at this point, it's harder to care when we've been so conditioned to just these things happening just about every day. Like school shootings. How normalized are school shootings now?
They're very normalized.
Joke now at this point.
And
it shouldn't be. It's a very serious problem.
Of course. No, yeah, I totally agree. But it's become so normalized, especially in America, that it's really the fear of your school being shot up can seriously be put on a day-to-day basis. It can happen at any moment, any time.
Yeah, that's a scary thing to think about, because I can go to school one day and never return, which is a problem.
And there's a lot of people.
I don't think guns are the problem. I think it really is the school system in a way that's the problem with that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
because they don't do anything to try to prevent it.
I think it's everyone. I think everyone is involved. The student, the parents.
Definitely students, teachers, parents, schools.
It's all connected, and I think that in a person's life, you need people to rely on, to help you with. And a lot of people don't have that outlet to talk and to communicate. And I think a lot of, young people nowadays are just getting fed a lot of information that we don't know how to, organize. Yeah, process. And it causes a lot of, like, the school shootings thing causes a lot of homeschoolers. And homeschooling is good. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But you're missing that social aspect of, being a part of something. That's why there's so many organizations that help people try to be part of something bigger than themselves. That's what you need in this. Every human clings to something to believe in and clings to something that they need to push forward.
Of course.
And
That's
and we're social creatures. We need to get out there and fucking talk to people. And if we're not talking to people, then we go insane.
People depend on other people. Like, we depend on our parents, our friends, even coworkers, and just people in our everyday lives. But, like, when people are socially pushed out is when problems start coming.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing about the social rejects, man. The social rejects, that's they split off into where they think they belong. Let's say cancel culture. They want to get back at people who did them wrong. Yeah, I think we can wrap it up there. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. New episodes out every Sunday. And deuces.